Hello there, this is Darth Ravage07 coming to you today with another quick review. Fresh in from Hasbro Pulse, I got in MP-60 Ginrai. He's the 100 figure in the Masterpiece line. I've been eager to get a hold of this. I never owned the original stuff, so I'm going to be happy with getting this Masterpiece versions. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's crack this box open and take a look. That box reveals this nice set of plastic. This will never get old to me. This feels really heavy, like there's got to be quite a bit of die cast in here. I mean, it's incredibly heavy for something so small to me. You got the blast effects, you got the big pew-pews, and you got Ginrai right there. So awesome, guys. And we're going to undo this and get it on out there on the turntable for you. Real quick, I want to go through the stuff now that's unboxed and unbagged. You got this nice card. It's not like, it's more paper thin than it is like credit card stock. I wish it was credit card stock. But there's your stats for Ginrai. You've got Ginrai himself, the little figurine, and it seems to have just about all the original articulation of the original there. Got to play with my cousin's versions. The only reason why I know anything about this at all. And I hate that this gets shortchanged and overlooked. I really would like to see, and the chrome is nice on the back of it, but I'd like to see the head be able to be articulated. I wish this is a fully articulated figure that actually, jumps on there and helps him transform like the original. But if it's anything like what I've seen with the MPG-09, this will not need this to actually transform. You got the cab itself looking awesome there on the turntable, and we'll get into that a little bit later. You got two of these big honking blast effects that will fit nicely inside of these pew-pews, so you can really lay down the firepower. So you got two of each there. I'm gonna lay that back down there, and ka-chow, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, you got this really nice instruction booklet. This is probably one of the nicer of the Masterpiece instruction booklets. And you get the throwbacks. You get the stuff and the history and yeah, that's so cool. I really wish I could read all that. I'm going to have to go to Google Translate and figure all that out and see what all it says. There's some more stuff on the inside there, showing overtime, space, the crazy. I never got the earlier versions of Megatron or the Seekers, but been pretty much on board since this guy here. I want to say I didn't ever have this either, so that would have been a nice thing to have. Sideswipe was my first, just like it was in G1. So my first Masterpiece was this. My first Warrior class was Masterpiece, or not Masterpiece, it was Sideswipe. And back then it was a Masterpiece to me. You got your same old typical stuff going on there. I'm spending way too much time, but like the stuff and things you can do to get him back over into robot mode there. Very, very nicely detailed. Just being a little bit more thorough than I need to be. And wow, there's even more of that in the back, celebrating. Oh wow, the whole shebang. So there's every Masterpiece up to the 100th one, which is this one right here. Boom. So there's that. That's how they kept score and how they kept track. It's all in there, guys. Nicely done. And you got Lamborghini, Lancia. You got some Volkswagen, some GM, some Boeing, and some Jeep. That's so cool, guys. And now we're going to get on to the main attraction of that cab. And there we have him looking very Optimus-like. And I really do like this. Kind of was like upset that it did this, one wheel thing back in 1988 when I was playing my cousin's version. I was like, you're supposed to have two sets of wheels or but this is what they did, and they faithfully reenacted that original toy there, but this looks way better than the original toy did. This is what it looks like from the bottom side again. The back side, that's always kind of been a point of contention for me personally, but like I said, they're going for that actual original toy deco, the whole 9 yards. And I don't know that they actually did the cab alone back in the day, but whenever they did, well, my cousin, it did have the red eyes. And I was like, why has Optimus got red eyes? Did he go to Decepticon? But very, very cool, guys. I'm going to consult with that manual. He does roll pretty good. He's got some nice chromed out smokestacks. I don't want to mess with right away. I don't want to break the tabs. Looks like one's already out, one's on the side, so there's that actually the way it's supposed to be now, instead of out there on the side like that. I guess that's for the transformation. It let me consult that and make sure I don't do anything to hurt those tabs, because I mean, I think that part comes whenever you do get the trailer and you try to combine it with the trailer. Thanks again for watching. Let's see if we can get this guy combined onto the front of that. 3, 2, 1. Particular and dorky notes inside the instructions: you can do this and get him going faster down the road with his pew stored in vehicle mode. Okay, now let's get that Power Master on there. Pretty dirt simple transformation. Got him in his Power Master mode, and there he is with the Power Master locked in the front. You got these little tabs here that you got to like push the black pieces back out and they connect. And so back in 1988, that's how you got him freed up to unlock a part where you could actually transform him. I'm going to do that off camera. Just don't feel comfortable doing that stuff on camera, and I'm geeking out still with this awesome cab. And really, there's not a lot left to say other than he's another beautiful version, or look-alike of Optimus Prime. And I figured out what was so heavy about him. It's not in the legs. It's not any of this. It's this back piece here that it's die cast, and it's beautifully done kind of piece of die cast, making it a heftier kind of bot. I mean, holding him down there on the turntable, looking good. I mean, I can't remember back then, if this is how that cab was and it had the one Autobot symbol there. I want to say they had like a sticker kit and you could put on each of the shoulders there. This has got beautiful paint details, all Masterpiece figures tend to do. I mean, you can just look at from the bottom there with the knees, and that gold and that red looks so good. The silver right here on the thighs look amazing. Then you got some other articulation there. This is just white plastic. I hope that it doesn't yellow or anything like that. Usually Takara does a pretty good job, not letting that stuff happen there, what have you. Just amazing how much this looks like the original and what have you. Getting that articulation, he can go and look all the way up. And the sun is starting to set as I was beginning to sneeze. So there he is, his little flying thing. Those eyes look so brilliant and awesome. So you can do that. You can go all the way around right there on that joint. As I begin to sneeze again, you can go all the way around your arms there. You got like two joints. You can go up like this, but you can also go and move it up like this, but it won't quite strike the full Mr. T that way with both arms. Once you undo the front skirts here, there's like a tab thing that kind of bothers me there. But you can get these wheels to pop up to the side there, and you can get and manage the full van damage, and it's kind of loosey-goosey on mine. Your mileage may vary, and that's aggravating at most because this is supposed to be a masterpiece and it feels very cheap right there. So you might want to be even careful how you handle that there. It is like got its little ratchets going on, and I have manipulated this thing into oblivion where this little thing just keeps popping off. I don't know what it is, if it's the tolerance is there, not in sync or whatever, but you can get it to go on, and then as you start fooling around and messing around, you just pop it back off at nothing. And so there's that I want to warn you about there, guys. I'm just going to leave this off to the side. It's so aggravating. Like that die cast, but this is definitely plastic and chrome paint and what have you. You can have that skirt go up and do the kicks there up to that point there. Not very, very high for a masterpiece, but what is nice is they did manage to get a ab crunch in there, which I don't think the original figure could do that at all whatsoever. The chrome is beautiful, but that kind of worries me with the way that moves. And these little bits right here have to be folded out, and with time and play, I do worry that this will get chipped and marred just like the original figure. And I don't know why one leg is, it's because there is a magic square piece here, or oh wow, that's kind of crazy. That's painted right through there and it untabs there. Okay, cool. All right, so if you got that untabbed, you can do the kick, and you got the masterpiece. Well, you can untab this whole piece. You can get it to come up, and you might be able to kick it up higher, but not much higher like the magic square stuff. It's got that crazy hip joint there just to be aware of. So there you go with that. And I don't know if it's got a neutral position now. I've actually started articulating it. that is a weird articulation kind of design feature, because it just floats kind of freely right there, goes back and forth. To each his own, whatever you got to do with it, however you want to get it to go. I'm going to put that back down there because it just doesn't feel like natural to me. I will keep these untabbed while it's in robot mode, just to be able to bust some poses. You do it and display it however you want to. You get all the way around there at the thigh there. You get, it looks like you would get another spot there, but it's like locked in there or something. So there's your articulation there at your knee. Looks like that would just move, but maybe I'm doing something wrong. Oh, it was tabbed in. What is the dealio with these tabs and this decision making? Oh, I guess there you go, guys. So you got that going on. You can get out to there, and you got some ankle tiltage. Do you got ankle tiltage? There's a lot of weird design. That's some weirdness. Okay. It's kind of awkward for it being a masterpiece. That said, I'm not really too happy with this now, the way this is articulating, but it's nice to have it because, like I said, I didn't ever have the original in hand. And we're just going to put that back in there and stand it up there. Kind of, well, the legs, that's just another, maybe I'm just doing something wrong, but daggone. Okay, he looks a little bit taller now. And my nose started running, so there's all that going on. There he is on the turntable. Kind of a weird kind of set of decisions. I don't get why they did any of this the way they did it, but they did it for the masterpiece number 100 MP-60. That's going to do it for the robot mode. Let's, however, manage to play around with this, and you do got some better ankle rockers there that you can, bust out a pretty gnarly looking, superhero landing pose or whatever you want to do there. Megatron must be stopped no matter the cost kind of pose. It's an articulated Power Master Optimus Prime. What are we going to do here, guys? I mean, this is pretty cool. All the same, now let's get him armed up and totally get that 2007 live action pose there with both those Godmaster weapons. But those pegs are not supposed to be what you use to grip it with. You're supposed to do the masterpiece hand slot thing. So you just move those on down there, just like this. They still just feel like they are for the bigger guy that I don't have because we don't have the trailer. This is him sans that, but it's still really cool. I appreciate what they're doing there and what they were going for. And that's about going to do it for my thoughts on this robot mode. Let's get this guy into some final thoughts all together. Some final thoughts on Masterpiece Ginrai. This guy should have been a lot more funner than what he is. He looks amazing. You get some good still poses with this guy. And I've got the other, Super Ginrai coming in, next week sometime. That's just the way it ships from Hasbro Pulse. Many people's already got this stuff hecking gone earlier than I did, but it's better late than never for me to the party. And since I didn't own the original Power Master Optimus Prime, I still like having him and stuff. He's just not a lot of fun to handle and play with. The diecast makes him back heavy pretty bad. Does give it good weight and makes it feel good, especially in truck mode. This Ginrai Power Master just pops out way too freaking easy, even though I spreaded the things out. Courtesy of Chuck Dog, I watched his video with his Ginrai, and it will stay, but as soon as you start fiddling with it, this thing ejects off of there. Just, I guess it's its action feature. Is it just to pop off randomly or whatever? But this is ultimately a Transtector supposed to be powering the bigger bot there. It's not Optimus, and it was meant for Optimus, but Ginrai, the truck driver, found the Transtector form. It looks like Optimus here, and boom, that's how it does. It's Super God Master Force. Just started watching the Japanese headmasters, and like there's deaths in that, like bam, like right there in the first 3 episodes, that I was just like, wow. And I don't want to spoil it for somebody that hasn't seen it, but like it didn't play around, and like often people like bam. So then like my cousins had this, and I played with it, and I was like, well, I don't like that this thing locks up, but I didn't understand that you had to have the Power Master, and it's not the same for this Masterpiece figure. It's not essential or whatnot. Just be careful, as that is die cast. This thing is back heavy. It will fall over, and you probably will chip your paint with a lot of play or whatnot. This is going to go on its shelf and or back into its case to where I can keep it safe because I don't want it damaged. Still love this thing all the same because it looks just like Optimus Prime. That's about going to do it for my Ginrai MP-60. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. You guys have an excellent, safe week out there. And if you're into Masterpiece figures, you're going to want to get it because it is the 100th in the line. Love the way they did that instruction booklet. Y'all have a great week. Stay safe until hour one, guys.